4. Listen. Before we proceed with today's video, I recommend watching 4C1 warm up before you watch this one. Now, I only recommend that. You don't have to do it, as we will re-explain all these new words from that video. Listen to 4 people talking about their holiday experiences. An experience is a knowledge you gain from doing an activity. From taking a holiday, you gain experiences and match them with the statements. There is one extra statement which you do not need to use. We have 4 people: Andrew, Rob, Greg, and Mark, and we have 5 statements. One of these statements will not be used. We will use 4, and we will throw the 5th away. Not necessarily this one. One of them will be thrown away, not used. Let's read the statements before we listen to the recording. I missed part of my holiday. I didn't attend. I wasn't there. Part of my holiday, not the whole holiday, just part. I forgot to bring something. Something slipped my mind. I didn't get it. I left it at home. I was dissatisfied with the service. I was unhappy with the service. I almost ran out of money. I almost had no money. I spent all my money. I got sunburned badly. Sunburned? When you overexpose your skin to the sun, your skin gets red, changes color. That is sunburned. Now listen and try to match these people to these statements.
Andrew.
Well, I had spent ages planning my trip. The best beaches, the most luxurious hotel, everything was organized. But when I arrived, there was a problem I hadn't predicted: the weather. It rained almost every day. Luckily, there were lots of things to do in the hotel. On the last day, the sun came out, and I spent all day by the pool trying to get a tan. I ended up red all over and couldn't sleep all night. A very unpleasant experience.
Rob.
I booked my flight online. It was the first time, so I was a bit nervous about making a mistake. Anyway, I got to the airport and I checked I had my passport, my booking details, my money and my suitcase. All was going well until I heard the announcement. A 3-hour delay. Oh well, I thought, what can you do? But 3 hours turned into a whole day. It was a nightmare. I finally arrived a day late, and I was only staying for a long weekend. It ruined the trip.
Greg.
I love sunbathing, and I was really looking forward to spending a whole week in the sun. I didn't have much spending money with me, but that was okay, because all I wanted to do was sit by the pool and read the new book I had bought. Unfortunately, my dream didn't come true, because my book was sitting at home on my desk, while I was on my holiday. I asked if I could borrow one from the hotel, but the books they had were terrible.
Mark.
I'm usually very organised when I go away, maybe too organised. I make lots of lists for everything that I need, so I don't forget anything. My brother usually argues with me, but he knows I'm right. However, something went wrong on my last holiday. Everything seemed to be cheap there, so I bought lots of nice things. One day, I was at the market again, and I realised what I had been doing. I hardly had any money left, and I still had 3 more days to go. I was so angry at myself. It won't happen again, that's for sure.
Now, were you able to match all the people? Very good. Now, to check your answers, follow me. This is the listening transcript. Let's read this together. Andrew. Well, I had spent ages planning my trip. When you spend ages doing something, that means you spent a lot of time. doing it. Planning, you are arranging, organizing your trip. You want everything to be perfect. The best beaches. A beach is where land meets the sea. The most luxurious hotel, the most elegant, the best hotels. Everything was organized. But when I arrived, there was a problem I hadn't predicted. I didn't expect this problem to happen. It's the weather. It rained almost every day. Every day, rain, rain, rain. Luckily, the good news, there was lots of things to do in the hotel. On the last day, the sun came out, and I spent all day by the pool. A pool is a container where you can swim. A container filled with water for people to swim in. Trying to get a tan. A tan is a beautiful brown color that you get from exposing your body to the sun. If you expose your body to the sun, you get this beautiful color. But if you do that for a very long time, you get sunburnt. Sunburnt is a bad thing. Tan is a good thing. I ended up red all over, okay? My skin was red all over my body, and couldn't sleep all night. A very unpleasant experience, a very bad experience. I wasn't happy. So what do you think happened to this Andrew? He was trying to get a tan, but he ended up in the end. What happened was he was all red. Not just a tan, no. A bad red color all over his body, and he couldn't sleep. Okay, so he overexposed himself to the sun. He got sunburned. Rob, I booked my flight online. I reserved. My flight is a journey in a plane. Online, I used the internet to book my flight. It was the first time, so I was a bit nervous. I was a bit worried that something might go wrong, about making a mistake. Anyway, I got to the airport. An airport is a place where you can get on a plane. Planes land and take off from airports. And I checked I had my passport. A passport is like a small book that you need to have when you cross an international border. You want to get to another country. You will not be able to do that without a passport. My booking details, all the specific information about my booking, like booking number, ticket number, things like that. My money and my suitcase. Bag for traveling, this big bag. All was going well until I heard the announcement. I heard them saying on the microphone that they were going to have a 3-hour delay. That means the flight was not going to be on time. If the flight was supposed to take off at 3, they said that there was going to be a 3-hour delay. So instead of taking off at 3 o'clock, no, 6 o'clock. 3 hours delay. Oh well, I thought, what can you do? But 3 hours turned into a whole day. The 3 hours changed, transformed into a whole day. So they were lying. Not just 3 hours, a whole day, a complete day. It was a nightmare, a disaster. Very bad. I finally arrived a day late. I missed 1 day. And I was only staying for a long weekend. Okay, so I wasn't going to stay for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, I was just going to stay for the weekend. The weekend is only 2 days, so I missed 1 day. Half of my weekend. It ruined the trip. It made the trip very bad. Greg, I love sunbathing. Sunbathing is staying under the sun to get a tan. and I was really looking forward to spending a whole week in the sun. I didn't have much spending money with me. I didn't have a lot of money, but that was okay, because all I wanted to do was sit by the pool and read the new book I had bought. Okay, I didn't want to go anywhere, just stay by the pool. A pool, I told you what a pool is. It's for swimming. It's a container filled with water for people to swim in and read my book. So why do I need money? Unfortunately, my dream didn't come true, because my book was sitting at home. I forgot to get my book. It was sitting at home on my desk while I was on my holiday. I forgot to get my book. I asked if I could borrow one from the hotel, but the books they had were terrible. The books at the hotel were very bad. I didn't like these books. So Greg is the one who forgot something. Mark: I'm usually very organized when I go away. Maybe too organized. I try to arrange for everything. I make lots of lists. A list is a set of things written one below the other for everything that I need, so I don't forget anything. List for clothes, list for all the things I'm gonna take. My brother usually argues, disagrees with me, but he knows I am right. It's good to be organized. However, something went wrong. Something went bad on my last holiday. Everything seemed to be cheap. Everything appeared to be cheap there. So I bought lots of nice things. One day I was at the market again, and I became aware of something. I realized what I had been doing. I hardly had any money. I almost had no money left, and I still had 3 more days to go. I was so angry at myself, because I spent a lot of money buying things, unnecessary things, and now I have to stay for 3 more days, and I had almost no money. It won't happen again. That's for sure. Okay, we will match Andrew with what? Andrew is the one who got sunburned. He stayed by the pool for a very long time. He wanted to get a tan, but he spent too much time. Not only that he got a tan, he got sunburned. A bad thing. Rob is the one who missed part of his holiday because there was a 3-hour delay for his flight, and he was only staying there for the weekend, and the 3 hours turned into a whole day. He missed a whole day. Greg is the one who forgot his book. All he wanted was to stay by the pool and read his new book. Okay, there was a pool, but he forgot his book at home. It was sitting on his desk. Mark is the one who ran out of money. He bought a lot of unnecessary things, and he had almost no money, and he was supposed to spend 3 more days on his holiday. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. Goodbye.